ProductCart is an application that renders pages in your browser dynamically using information from your ProductCart database, processing it through the files and HTML code in your themes folder to send it to render it in your browser for display. What this means for you as a ProductCart site administrator is you can make a lot of changes in the control panel that will be immediately reflected on the pages of your website. Although sometimes you'll make changes to pages on your site, like perhaps changing themes using the theme configuration in the ProductCart control panel. And you'll go back to your website and you'll look at it and you'll go, hey, nothing's changed. And you'll click the reload button and it still doesn't have any effect. And this might lead you to think that perhaps ProductCart's broken or something's not working correctly. Most of the time this is not the case. What's happening is your browser is caching information on pages that you access frequently. So if you look at your home page of your website a lot, or whatever page that you're trying to make a change to in ProductCart, you may not see changes to the page even when you reload it because of your browser cache. What you need to do in that case, and we frequently recommend this to merchants anytime they're making changes on their website, is to do a hard refresh or clear their browser cache and reload a page, forcing the browser to get new information from the server as opposed to using information that may be stored locally. Very quickly we'll go through what you need to do that. In this case, let's say I'm going to make a change. It's that time of year. I need to go ahead and update my site's homepage to a different design theme. In this case, I'll select the basic blue design theme and go back to my page and just reload the page, and nothing happens because this information has been cached on my local browser, and it's not going to change because instead of fetching new information from the server, it's pulling that information just from a local directory of where information is stored. So what I do to force that change is just hold down the Shift key, click the reload button on my browser, and then I get the change that I'm looking for on my home page on the website. It's a pretty simple process, and it's a good tip to follow anytime you're making changes. Like if you update prices on a product, you go and view the product and perhaps that price doesn't look like it's updated, just do a hard refresh and that should overwrite the information in your browser cache so that you can see the new updated data on your page. Sometimes in particularly pernicious circumstances, maybe a hard refresh won't quite do the trick and you're still sitting there trying to hard refresh the page and still nothing's changing. In that case, you can go into your browser settings, and they're in different places depending on whether you're using Chrome or Edge or any of the other browsers, Safari or what have you, to view the site. In Chrome, it's under Settings, and it's just the clear browsing data settings in Chrome. And what you're going to want to do in this case is to clear the cached images and files. Then you'll click the clear data, and that should actually flush out all of the information in your cache. It's also a handy process if you make a lot of changes to your website. Say it's springtime, it's trying to go through and reactivate some springtime products and update pricing and things like that to make sure that you see the latest data that you have for your site. It's a good idea to just go ahead and clear your browser cache completely before you go back and view your website after you make the changes. It's an easy and simple process to do, and it will save you a lot of headache in the long run when you go back to look at your website to view the changes that you've made, and help you avoid some disappointment and help also avoid some phone calls or emails to our support desk. So clearing browser cache is an important thing to remember anytime you make a change to your ProductCart website.